Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to everyone. Is this thing even recording? We don't know. But anyway, we'll say again, it's Saturday, it's Halloween. How great is that?
Yep.
It's perfect because that helps us do a Saturday morning story time live with a Halloween theme. We are doing Cinderella Skeleton, or as we like to call it,
Skelerella.
Right, so let's get right to it. It's by Robert D. Souci, and it's illustrated by David Catrow. And I'm wearing my Jack Skellington t-shirt today in honor of Halloween. But it's also, I think you'll notice that the illustrations are very similar to some of the things you see in Tim Burton. So here we go. Plus, it's a poem.
It's a poem.
So, Cinderella Skeleton dwelt in boneyard acres near the wood. Third mausoleum on the right, decayed, decrepit, what a fright! On the door a withered wreath invited guests to rest in peace. It was the pride of the neighborhood. And there we go with the cool illustrations.
Cinderella Skellington was everything a ghoul should be. Her build was long and lean and lank. Her dinkish hair hung down in hanks. Her nails were yellow, her teeth were green, the ghastliest haunt you've ever seen. Foulest in the land was she. Cinderella Skellington's stepsisters treated her with scorn. Gristeline was small and mean, and firmly packed with spite and spleen. Tall, bony Jane, a scatterbrain, was just as vile and twice as vain. They worked Cinderella from dusk till morn. Cinderella Skellington, it seemed her tasks were never done. She hung up cobwebs every place, arranged dead flowers in a vase, littered the floor with dust and leaves, fed the bats beneath the eaves. She had no time for rest or fun.
Reminds me of a certain famous fairy tale. Good morning, Angelina.
Hi, Angelina.
Eleonora says hello.
Hello.
Cinderella Skeleton's stepsisters dressed in fancy clothes, but she had only hand-me-downs, the others torn and tattered gowns. Her shoes had worn out tops and soles. In fact, they were full of holes. They showed off all her bony toes. Cinderella Skeleton asked for help with household chores, but stepmother Screech began to shout, "You're lucky I don't throw you out! My girls are gems! You'll come in clay! How dare you even think that they should streak the windows or strew the floors?" Look at her. She's some kind of like nightmare clown stepmother. They pretty much nailed it. There you go.
Cinderella Skellington, more disappointment lay ahead. Prince Charnel summoned one and all to his frightfully famous Halloween ball. When Cinderella begged to go, her stepmother sneered and told her, "No! You'll stay at home and work instead." Cinderella Skellington watched the others leave in a hearse. Screech in mournful bombazine, her girls in mildew green sateen. Then Cinderella made this vow, "I'll get to the prince's ball somehow. I'm taking action for better or worse."
Angelina, I'll tell you about the hat after the reading. Cinderella Skeleton, off she marched without delay, to the good witch in the wood beyond, who cast kind spells with a generous wand. The witch heard Cinderella's plea, then nodded, saying, "Bring to me some things I need, and right away." Cinderella Skeleton located what the witch required: a jack-o'-lantern, fiery-eyed, 6 rats a trap held locked inside, 2 bats asleep and wings wrapped tight, a cat as black as moonless night, exactly as the witch desired. Let's give a witch what she wants, huh?
That's right. Cinderella Skellington saw a witch touch wand, tip-tap to all. The pumpkin turned to a funeral wagon, the rats to nightmares, part horse, part dragon, the bats to footmen at the ready, the cat to driver holding steady, the steeds who'd speed her to the ball. "Cinderella Skellington," the witch exclaimed, "you need new clothes." Her wand flashed magic to replace Cinderella's rags with a gown of lace, trimmed in silky ribbons and bows, while each worn shoe that showed her toes became a slipper with a satin rose. Cinderella Skellington was eager to be on her way, but the good witch said, "Before you go, there's one no. You must return before the morning. If you fail to heed my warning, your joy will fade at the break of day.
I felt like there needed to be a laugh at the end of that. That was good. Cinderella Skellington reached the ball and caused a stir. The guests all turned to stare at where she stood at the top of the palace stair. She swept down, she heard the buzz of everyone wondering who she was. Then Prince Charnel bowed to her. Enter the prince. Very Tim Burton, this prince, as you will see.
Cinderella Skellington heard Charnel say, "Your beauty burns like bonfires ablaze at night. Your brightness fills me with delight. Dance with me, lady, I implore." She smiled and led her to the floor, where they waltzed with graceful dips and turns. Cinderella Skellington, gazing into Charnel's eyes, was so in love she was unaware of each hateful murmur and baleful glare that Screech, Boney Jane, and Grisleen aimed at the lovers' tender scene. She danced till dawn first lit the skies.
That was so good.
Thank you.
Cinderella Skellington recalled too late the witch's warning. She broke down from Charnel's dear embrace and hurried to escape the place. Charnel cried, "You're my answered prayer!" But Cinderella fled down the stair, distressed how near it was till morning. Cinderella Skellington, her haste, as haste will, brought mishap as she ran for her waiting carriage, pursuing Prince, shouting offers of marriage. She stumbled once, giving Charnel time to grab her foot and cry, "You're mine!" Then off her foot came with a snap.
Cinderella Skellington, ignoring the thump of her footless stump, reached her coach and cried, "Away! I must be home by the break of day." They raced pell-mell past the palace gate. The prince kept pleading, "Lady, wait!" In his hand a foot, in his throat a lump. Cinderella Skellington, through near dawn her nightmares sped, but morning caught them in mid-flight. Coach shrank to pumpkin in the light. Cats, rats, and bats skittered, flittered away. Ragged and limping she faced the day, her heart still full, though the magic had fled.
Cinderella Skellington, her life day by day more grim. Her family worked her without rest. They knew Prince Charnel's mystery guest. She drudged, but halfway through some chore, she dreamed she was on a dancing floor as Charnel asked her to waltz with him. Cinderella Skellington, her image filled the prince's mind. His days and nights turned to a blur, whirling round memories of her. So lovelorn Charnel vowed, "I'll start a search for the one who stole my heart. She must be somewhere I can find. Cinderella Skellington, until I find you I will not rest," vowed Charnel, who traveled every place with her slippered foot in a velvet case. But no one, Duchess Milkmaid Crone, could match foot bone to ankle bone. Each snapped a foot off for the test. It's getting serious. Oops. Here we go. He's making his way for the search.
Cinderella Skellington, locked up when Charnel came to call. Screech pulled off her girl's feet off. 1, 2, saying, "Wire or glue, you're good as new. Surely it's worth this slight distress for the chance to be a true princess. Now hurry, the prince is in the hall." Cinderella Skellington picked the lock with a longish pin. She heard Charnel's voice, his gentle tones, drowned by her stepsister's wails and moans. Boney Jane's ankle was too large and thick, and Grisleen's thin as a withered stick. Then Cinderella came limping in. Oops, I think the lights, there we go. There she is, limping in.
I can't stand the suspense. Will true love prevail this Halloween? Cinderella Skellington, while everybody stared wide-eyed, she bowed to Charnel with this request. "Please let me take your marriage test." Her footbone snapped on and held fast. Charnel shouted, "A match at last! Here is my promised princess bride." See See what they did there?
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella skeleton, the rarest gem the world has seen. Your gleaming skull and burnished bones, your teeth like polished kidney stones, your dampish silks and dankish hair. There's nothing like you anywhere. You make each day a Halloween! Did I ever tell you your teeth were like kidney bones? Stones?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Cinderella Skellington soon was married to her prince, and they stayed happy ever after. Their kingdom filled with love and laughter. Screech, Grisleen, and Boney Jane just shriveled with envy and sank to dust, and no one's seen or missed them since. And there they are.
We did get a happy ending.
Happily ever after. The end.
Because sad to say, we have 2 more live events today, which isn't sad, but neither one of those stories. Angus Quill McGregor, my Scottish pirate, he'll be back at 2 p.m. and he's going to read Robert Burns's Tam O'Shanter. Not a happy ending in that one. And then tonight we'll be back at 7:30 in costume. I'm going to be my steampunk character, Agent XYZ, who's an alien investigator and eradicator. And you are going to keep it a surprise?
I'm going to be a creepy doll. It's not a surprise. It's just...
And we'll be reading Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. Now, that's at 7:30 right here. And then at 8 o'clock, we're switching over to Zoom for a virtual Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
And also sort of a small-scale launch party for Roommates from Beyond, How to Live in Our Haunted Home. The book is selling very well. It's been out this week, so thank you to everyone who's ordered it. And so have an excellent Halloween. I know everybody's stuck inside, not trick-or-treating and things like that. So we're going to do everything that we can to make it an awesome, splendid Halloween. Oh, the hat, Angelina. So this was made by our fabulous daughter, Jolie. Am I showing the cool stuff on the side? Yeah. It's got nice detail in the back, and it's got the... Now, tonight I'll be wearing a similar hat from when I was in the remake of Bela Lugosi's The White Zombie back in, I don't know, almost 8 years ago now.
2014?
But a character named Belmond. So I'm borrowing the hat for that. Angelina asked Annabella. Not sure what you mean. Oh, Annabelle Lee? I am going to read Annabelle Lee sometime, someplace special. The Tomb by the Sea for my Annabelle Lee.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone, enjoy your Halloween. Thanks as always for joining us, and we'll see ya at 2 and 7:30. Bye now.
Bye.